is a member of the Bank of Ghana board. If there is a matter regarding BOG, from the interpretation given, we can ask, correct? The majority leader says yes. Please pay attention to the majority leader. Don't be in a hurry to oppose me. He says yes. So, Honorable Majority Leader, you are chair for CMC. So if we need any matter on CM Cocoa Marketing Company, we can file a question, then you will come and answer. Would you mount the dispatch box too? Okay, very well. Mr. Speaker, I think that the precedence, no, don't worry, Mr. Speaker, I think the precedence must be on record. Yes. The majority leader has made an application. He has given an interpretation. Mr. Speaker, we on this side are not opposed to the application. We need you to pronounce on it so that we bring the matter to a peaceful rest. With that interpretation, and I know the first deputy speaker is now chairman of a board, SIC. Yes. So if there is any matter regarding SIC from this, we can invite him. The deputy majority leader is a chair for GRA. So any issue regarding GRA, we can invite him. National premix. Don't worry. No problem. That's all. It's okay. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, this is not a big deal at all. This new precedence will guide us. So, Mr. Speaker, please pronounce on it.
Well.
Yes.
Well. Honourable members.
Let the records capture.
Honourable members, I think this is a very simple matter. Once the standing orders is clear about it, a member can be brought here. Once we know he is asked to do certain duties, we can bring that member here to respond to any issue, any question relating to that particular issues. So long as the Hajj Committee was placed under Honorable Collins Dauda, fortunately he's a member of the House, I think the question will have to be redirected to him to come and... Whose application?
Mr. Speaker,
which application are you talking about?
By the majority leader.
To the extent of what?
To the extent, his argument, Mr. Speaker, I am interested in this precedent. Mr. Speaker, I'm interested in this precedent. It is his case that upon proper reading of orders 77 and 78, to the extent that a member of this chamber has been given a public responsibility, in his view, a proper interpretation of this provision would mean that you don't need to route your question through the minister, and that you can file a question directed at that member to come directly and answer. So, for instance, he being the chair for Cocoa Marketing Company, if you need any information about Cocoa Marketing Company, you can file the question for him to come and answer, because he's been entrusted with a public responsibility at Cocoa Marketing Company. We refer to Honorable Adongo and then the board chair of SIC and all, and he's saying that the reading of the order 77 and 78, that should be the right interpretation. And I'm saying that our side of the house are not opposed to that interpretation. That interpretation is given.
So I minority leader. Likewise, I'm also not opposing to that interpretation.
So, Mr. Speaker, bless it in, because, Mr. Speaker,
that's the ruling I'm giving.
Okay, very well. Therefore,
Mr. Speaker, I'm giving the ruling.
So your ruling is that, Mr. Speaker, let the records state the correct language.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Yes.
It is captured in our standing orders. The rules are clear about
That's what, Mr. Speaker, is giving a meaning. So you capture it so that we know the precedents.
Anyway, I don't think there's any application for ruling. Let me listen to Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I agree that the rules are very clear. We know that by practice, when a president of a country forms a committee to perform a task, that committee doesn't report to a minister. The committee reports directly to the president. Right, Honorable Speaker, on that note, the answer provided by the minister responsible for local government, chieftaincy, and religious affairs is in place. So, right, Honorable Speaker, the issue of whether a chairperson of a board who is a member of parliament can be brought to this house to answer questions is neither here nor there. Right, Honorable Speaker, sometimes we should be careful as members of parliament urging upon speakers presiding over the house to make certain rulings. We should not behave as if we are trapping or setting a trap for the person presiding. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I will urge upon the House that the answer as provided by the minister responsible for local government, chieftaincy, and religious affairs is apt and it solves the problem in the circumstances. Having agreed that when a president forms a committee to perform a task, that committee does not report. That is why we have a minister responsible for communication. So, Mr. Speaker, we must, government communication. So, Mr. Speaker, we must be very careful and direct our questions appropriately.
Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker. Honorable members, I think this is a matter that we don't need to split our hairs on. The minister has responded. He says that committee set by the president was placed under somebody. So, likely that, fortunately, that person is also a member of parliament. So it's just a matter of redirecting the question to the person to come and respond to us. I think we need to bring a closure to this particular leader.
Mr. Speaker, since this house is a house of records, when certain statements are made and an appropriate answer is not provided to, it stays in the record as though that's a success and it's right. Mr. Speaker, the honorable member who spoke, though he did not directly address the concerns I raised, he implied that my request to you to pronounce on the matter amount to setting a trap for you. Mr. Speaker, never. Let the facts remain sacred. It was a majority leader who, through his intervention, made an interpretation to the rules 77 and 78 and invited you to acknowledge, saying, I got up on my feet to say that, well, if that is what he's saying, it means that if you were a board chair, then and a member of this house, a question would then have to be filed for you to come and answer, to the extent that you have been entrusted with the responsibility to undertake. Those were the views of the majority leader and not mine. I wanted clarity, and it's the reason why I said, Mr. Speaker, if that is becoming the precedence, then you should pronounce on it. That is not a trap. That is not a trap. The majority leader made an interpretation. He himself said, even he as a cocoa marketing company chair, if there is a matter under his responsibility, a question can be filed for him to come and answer. I'm sure the member did not hear the majority leader. He only heard mine. So let's be fair to the facts. Mr. Speaker, I want you to pronounce on this matter, you have the discretion. I heard you say that it was not an application. Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry, but my little understanding of the phrase an application is to the effect that to the extent that a member has invited the chair to give a meaning and agree with him on a matter, the chair has a discretion to decline or uphold that view. And on this occasion, you upheld the view. So let the records reflect.
Honorable Minority Leader, I think the standing orders, it is clear in the standing orders. The 77 that the Majority Leader read is so clear. And I don't think we need to belabor on this particular issue. Honorable Majority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, can we move on?
Come again.
Let's not belabor this point. Let's move. If he asks his questions, the Speaker will decide whether to admit or not admit the questions. So let's move on. If you admit that he should ask the question, he wants to ask the question. If you admit that the minister should answer the question, then he will answer. But you have already ruled that so far as you are concerned, the minister has given a satisfactory answer. So let's move on. We can't spend the whole day on this petty matter.
Very well. So I've directed that the owner of the question should redirect the question to the chairman of the Hajj Board. I think the questions, the information we want to solicit, the chairman will come and give it to the House. So let's turn to question 76.
Citizen TV, Accra, Ghana. Citizen TV, the citizen's power.